Elias, we did the radio interview last week. Congratulations on the film.
It's good, isn't it? I'm so happy.
After you and I did our interview, I watched it again.
Yeah. And what did you think?
I love it even more the second time.
You start to notice everything.
Yes. Yeah. What did you think the minute you read this script? Because this is such a unique story, and it's a unique role for you.
That happened, and I loved the relationship between the mother and the daughter, and I loved Ed Begley. Oh my God, my buddy. Yeah, and so I was very excited about that, and I just, and David was so open and let me add some of my little stuff to it, and I just felt so good about, the whole experience. And to shoot in Chicago, 46 movies, and I'd never shot in Chicago before.
So how fun is it to finally have gone home to shoot a movie?
So much fun, and my sister lived in Sandburg Terrace, Sandburg Village, years ago, and it was practically her same apartment, which was my apartment in the movie.
Oh my God, now did that give you any kind of, not that you don't have deja vu all the time anyway, but...
Yeah, no, it felt like, oh my gosh, finally we're honoring the great architecture and the way people live, and my character, people go, well, she didn't make that much money, and I said, my sister didn't either, and she could live there because the apartments were, not that expensive, so it was very realistic.
That's something that struck me was Val's apartment and the realism, and of course the how much you could get bang for the buck on decorating the apartment.
Absolutely, yeah. And I loved the relationship between Virginia and me, and she's not here tonight. I just found out.
No,
she's shooting, and anyway. But she's here in spirit.
How fun is it for you tackling all these mother roles now?
Oh, I'm such a natural mommy. I've always been that way. My boys are 21 and 23, and they both want to be in the business. One's a rising senior at Northwestern and visited me on the set, and he saw the movie and he went, why weren't we in it? Oh my gosh, my friends and I, we visited you. Why didn't we get parts?
So answer that question. Why?
I'm not an actor or director.
Why didn't they get parts?
Well, we were already in the middle of shooting, and there were no, cute little 19-year-olds at the time, so...
So as you look back on this experience, because you do so many things, you do the Hallmark movies, the Lifetime movies, and you pop up here and there, plus your one-woman show,
right.
which
books and stuff, and a Broadway show coming up, and all this other stuff.
Yes, and I want to hear about the Broadway show. Oh, but your one-woman show.
My one-woman show starts October 7th and 8th here. 6th and 7th at the Catalina Club here in LA.
And that is one of the greatest venues, cabaret venues.
So much fun. It's like people are close enough. You have a great time. Yeah, it's great.
I normally go there when Carol Cook is performing.
Yes, she's such a pistol.
And
there's my Ed. Hey, darling.
I love you, Marilu.
Well, we can bring Ed in here too.
Oh, yeah.
Ed, Debbie Elias. We just did the radio.
Yes, we sure did. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I didn't mean to photobomb it.
Have you seen this? You've seen it?
I've seen it. It's fantastic. It's so good.
How often do you get to have this much fun at work?
Not that often. I'd say, well, I'm a fun girl, so maybe half the time, because I force the fun. but naturally, this was no forcing. This was just a blast.
But now you have to tell everybody the story you told me about my favorite scene in the movie, which is.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be like a dinner scene where the two of us sat there over dinner, and I said, she's got a man in her apartment. She hasn't had somebody there for a long time. Instead of just sitting there and eating, why doesn't she, ask him to fix things or something? So then David let us do that, and I love that part.
Because he is so much taller and can very easily reach those lights in the ceiling.
I know, it's great.
So having your husband at home, does he do those handy things?
6'3", over there, my third and final husband, and yeah, it's great.
But he's the love of your life, so.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Well, Marilu, I know that they want to talk to you.
Okay.
Thank you. It was so good to finally meet you in person.